So here we are in my car. I saved up for many years to buy this car, and you might laugh, but I bought it having read a lot about the media system in here. So I had a project that I had planned when I initially bought this car, and so I ended up taking the dash off. I literally removed the entire dash of this car, and I installed a 30-pin cable. And this is actually video, it's not audio. So it was pumping video from my old iPhone into the display of the car. I also had USB charging coming from the battery of the car. And I had an iPhone that just sat in the glove compartment. I jailbroke it. Everything was rotated horizontally, so everything worked in landscape. And then I installed a touchscreen, capacitive touchscreen on this factory display, and I had a iPhone touch experience inside the car, built into the car. It worked pretty well. There were some things that were just buggy. A lot of the applications didn't want to run in landscape, for example, but the proof of concept was there. Now, eventually I bit the bullet and I bought one of these, an iPad mini. So today when I get in my car, all I do is this. So the iPad mini fits pretty much perfectly. I use a little strip of Velcro to hold it in, and that's it. So there is the old school iPod connector that came with the car. And I bought a Bluetooth, A2DP Bluetooth connector, and it plugs into the old iPod connection, right? So as far as the car is concerned, it thinks an old iPod is plugged into it. iOS also is able to stay connected to more than one Bluetooth connection at a time. So there's two simultaneous Bluetooth connections. So it's the iPad sends its music through the connector in the dash, the old iPod, so there's all your stereo. And I put a big subwoofer in the back, which is just ridiculous, but that was a fun install. And then it's connected to a second Bluetooth connection, which is the telephone built into the car. So what that means is I can use Siri, send a text to Danielle, hello world, exclamation mark. This is a test of the emergency broadcast system, period. Gotta go. So that uses the microphone built into the car, and it works really well.
Your message to Danielle Lee says, hello world, this is the test of the emergency broadcast system. Gotta go. Ready to send it?
Yes. So this is a jailbroken iPad.
I'll send it.
It actually sent that text through my Google Voice account, which I love. So now if I go up to any of the other computers in the house, I can see that text that I just sent via voice. Play Outcast.
Now playing Outcast. Shuffle.
So this is playing from iTunes Match. So I pay iTunes Match. I think it's like $30 a year, something like this. So when the server downloads a song, it gets updated in iTunes Match, and it just comes down to the iPad and the iPhone. So really great user experience there. I can get directions to the Golden Gate Bridge. So GPS is built into the iPad, obviously.
I found one place. It isn't far from you.
Oh, maybe there's more than one Golden Gate Bridge.
Here's Golden Gate Bridge on Golden Gate Bridge South. It is about 4 miles west. Do you want that one?
Yes, I do.
Getting directions to Golden Gate Bridge.
So Siri works pretty well. When it doesn't work well, it's pretty much all Apple's fault. But it's a great experience, far better than what came in the car. And I would start driving, and it would go into 3D mode. Now you're zooming through buildings in the city. It's very cool. Plex. So the Plex team built an amazing iOS application. And this is connected through LTE. This is not on my Wi-Fi, so I could be driving. And here we go. So I'll just go ahead and play a movie. Let's do The Wolf of Wall Street. So the Drobo at home, the disks are spinning up. The CPU is certainly ramping up, and it transcodes the video. So that goes all the way out through Comcast, then to Plex, and this is reaching out through AT&T and pulling it down. It's all pretty cool, really impressive. Turn the volume up, and the audio comes through the car.
Because they're too smart. That's why not.
So,
I mean, what person with a college education...
As long as you have a good cell connection, looks awesome, works great.
But what if they didn't sound like a bunch of jerk-offs? What if I could teach...
Funny. Let me stop my navigation. And I've gotten a few phone calls or video conferences. Yeah, so she says, what does that mean? And this is also pretty cool. So this is a jailbreak. Text just pop up on top of whatever you're doing. And you can say, reply. I'm making a video that's demonstrating a system I built in the car, period. Ignore these texts, period. Cool. And then you say send. And so your GPS wouldn't be interrupted in that case. It just pops up. Notifications for email, text messages, obviously. What else? There was one more. Oh, yeah, video. So I've only done this a few times, but it is pretty cool. As somebody will FaceTime me, and or I've used Google Hangouts before. Hello world. It's pretty cool. Maybe you could use it as like a rearview mirror or something. So this was all working with the iPhone previously, but the user experience on the iPad is just better, so I went ahead and did it. Kind of made me sad to take out all the stuff that I built, but I'll post some of it online if you guys are interested. So that's iOS in the car, and it works with the server at home. I could also go to my own web server, right? So just like I showed you in my laptop, and I could sign in to queue up or add new content on the server at home. Did not mean to do that. Oh, Google Chrome, you're slow. Go. So this is running from the server at home. I could sign into my account. I could queue up some content, and in a couple minutes it'll be available here in the car. Cool. And when I get out of the car, remove it, close it, and turn it off. Pretty cool stuff.